The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 192. You get the Nasdaq up 92. S&Ps are up 19. Gold's down $1, 13.35. We have silver up a penny, 16.37. Light sweet crude, 88 cents up, 62.98. You get notes and bonds. The 10-year note down 7 ticks, 120.25. 30-year bond off 14, 145.200. And King Dollar down $1.67, trading 89.615. The euro is at 123.17 to one U.S. dollar. Yen is at 107 to one U.S. dollar. When we take a look at the percentages out here, what you have is this, is that you have the Dow Industrials right now trading up 0.7%. Nasdaq is up 1.33%, and the S&Ps are up 0.6%. And normally that would look pretty good, except what happened on Friday.
It does look pretty good, but yeah, pretty far cry from where we were on Friday in terms of, depending on what time of the day you look at on Friday, things looked okay at about 10 a.m. After, Thursday night at 7 o'clock at night, right? Markets are down 1.5%. We climb almost all the way back early in the day Friday, and then the cascade begins.
And give up about a 2.5% to 3%, depending what industry you're looking at. At least 2%, yeah. So big numbers out here, and we did went south with volume, folks. We look at some of the higher volume stocks out here this morning. You have GE, that's under 13 bucks again. That's struggling. Highest volume stock out there too. Down 10 cents at 12.95. You got Apple's caught a bid. Apple's up 270, trading 71.10. Oh, look at this. Oh man, what is this? Up $90. This got to be a biotech. Look at this.
Usually is, right?
Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, clinical
gene therapy.
Clinical. That's Avex. What?
Avexis.
Avexis. Okay.
Yeah.
Clinical
so neurological
stage
genetic diseases.
Up $90.
That's where, just speaking anecdotally from what you hear, but those gene therapies in total. Dave talks about the CRISPRs and all that stuff of.
So look at this.
Look at that revenue.
So we're looking at the revenue, folks. Okay, it's all zeroed out until 2018, and this last quarter, 945,000, and next year, how much?
125 million.
Oh my God!
I like that growth. What's interesting though? They still, even with those numbers, have big time losses coming in 2019. But can you go into the news for them to see and see?
That's intense.
Yeah. So as they get downgraded to a market perform in the same...
That guy's pulling his hair out this morning.
What's going on?
He get downgraded.
Right? There you go. Novartis pays $9 billion for them. They're getting bought out.
Wow.
There we go. So
unreal.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Pretty cool.
You pay $9 billion for a company.
I know. Who downgraded them at 8 o'clock?
Oh, my God. Can you imagine? Seriously.
He's saying, stop the presses. Stop that downgrade. Too late. It's already out.
Too late. Imagine, well, actually, you know what the good news is for the people that own it? I believe if we look at that, he downgraded it before the market, but then Nevada's bought it before the market, too. So they probably couldn't even trade it unless they traded pre-market. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Wild, man.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Let's go take a look at Facebook. So Facebook's going to be up at the Congress and get grilled here.
Yeah, tomorrow and Wednesday.
Yeah,
They got two different committees that Zuckerberg, not even just Facebook, Zuckerberg will be in front of. So
yeah, right.
That should provide some headlines for all of the media to be thrown at.
Yep. And, guess what? You still have this, you get quite a downdraft here. I mean, this thing could bounce a little. I mean, we're down from, what, 195, but...
And just so fundamentally, I was looking at when I did my update this morning, there's another So this one, see, so it's like there's going to be a constant barrage, right? Last week we had, it's not 50 million, it's 87 million, right?
Okay.
And then you have Facebook suspends another data analytics firm after CNBC. Now this is a biased article. It's from the CNBC, saying, guess what? CNBC found this cool stuff of, but just that they discovered another similar deal in terms of a data analytics company from CubeU. Used personality quizzes to test. Clearly labeled for non-profit academic research to help marketers find customers. Same exact deal. So how many companies out there were doing this?
A lot, I bet.
Yeah, right?
Because once...
It seems like a pretty easy thing to do. You just say it's for educational purposes, and they give you all the data for everybody, and then you just use it to market.
Right.
And what's the penalty? The penalty seemed to be they found out and said delete it. That's
after they already made millions selling the data.
That's not a penalty, you know. That's not a disincentivization to not do that when you're talking about potentially making millions, if not hundreds of millions. You know, those articles we're reading about, what was the guy in the Ukraine, or where was he, doing the $100 billion worth of the medicine, the pills, or whatever. The article.
That was the Ukraine.
Was it?
I forget. Richest guy in the Ukraine right now. Yeah.
But you know, as in, we'll see what he has to say, because this stuff is just going to be a slow drip of bad PR for them, and I don't know how they get out of it.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's plenty of firms that have it because you can get it legally. That's the other side of it, right? You had to get it as a nonprofit?
Well, no, as educational.
Okay.
So you're not getting it legally. I mean, if you're breaking their terms specifically to market, I'm pretty sure they're going to have some recourse.
And that's still a joke. Right.
Yeah, and, you know, the problem is, Facebook will have recourse against those companies. Yeah. But if Facebook loses $100 billion in market cap, it doesn't matter what they get from those companies. They can't get back what they're losing in terms of the public sentiment. And
and those companies in general, that cash is gone. I mean, they've already sold
that's my point. There's no recourse in terms of really meaning anything.
It's sitting on a yacht somewhere.
It doesn't matter, no matter what. Even if they bankrupt those companies, it doesn't matter, because it's still that Facebook didn't do their job. And all that matters is, what did Facebook do? That wasn't a system that made any sense, saying, oh, we're just going to let them use it and then tell them to delete it when they break the terms. That's not how hundreds of millions of data profiles.
Let me just throw away my money.
Right, I know.
Okay, let's just take this and
in
throw
what
it
universe
away.
Does that make sense? None.
Yeah,
exactly.
Totally. So let's go into Google. So Google, folks, now this hasn't jumped the creek yet, man, but this thing is building cause, to basically get into this gap down here. 987, we hit it, I think we hit 980, but that 980 still got a high volume low now. So it's going to be intriguing watching this, because before we know it, we are going to be coming up on numbers. Look at this, 2 weeks.
Pretty cool.
The 23rd, I believe. Let me go to J.P. Morgan. I think this is the beginning. At the end of this Friday, I think. The 13th. Would that be right?
That is
Friday.
Today's the 9th.
Yeah. So as I remember, Mr.
That is Friday.
Yeah. As
7 a.m.
Kevin Hinks would say, that's really the beginning of big numbers coming out. Yeah. So J.P. Morgan right now. Bottom line, they're all down off these, these highs.
But J.P. Morgan not that bad compared to where some of the others in terms of
there's no doubt
collapse.
about that.
I mean, all the markets after Friday, man, we're back down to some February levels.
Big time. Apple, Apple, see, it's always intriguing that when the volatility gets this high, folks, is that when you first look at a market, you say, hey, this is pretty good. But guess what? It's all relative as to how fast and far you've come down versus what kind of bounces you get.
Sure.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. This is a dangerous market, folks, particularly because the DAX and the UK already gave it up. We just gave up 5 S&P points. We're up 15 right now. Dow's up 153. Nasdaq's up 79. Coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 180. You get the Nasdaq up 87. S&Ps are up 18. And let's go over to the Nadex platform, folks. Monday morning, we have Bitcoin spreads opened 8 o'clock in the morning. That goes from 8 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. And the new spreads are up. So what do we got here?
Yeah, so we have an $8,000 spread, excuse me, going from 3,000 to 11,000. Middle of that spread falling at 7,000,
yeah,
which is kind of where the market had opened
when
at.
they set it, yeah, right.
And, you know, if you back this up a little bit, whoops, till last week, come on, cooperate. Okay, we'll get it. Last week it was trading, and that's what I just wanted to get, at like 6,600, right? And over the weekend, so you can see it opens. That's last night at 6 o'clock, right at about 7,000. And we've been hovering around that level until this morning at about 6:30. Quite a little cascade. I mean, nothing to shake at in terms of we've gotten so used to the cryptos moving so violently and viciously that this doesn't seem too dramatic. But, man, when you go from 7,200 to 6,700, you're talking about a 500-point drop. In
hours.
In 7,200, you know, 720 points would be 10%.
Right.
So we're sitting at 67.22 right now. And so this is the spread for the weekly they have available. And what's nice is even just slightly away from the middle of the spread at 7,000, it's pretty much just an even bid offer spread just straddling the indicative 67.22. And you got about $10 to $20 on either side. So this week, it's one contract represents 1/10 of a Bitcoin.
Right.
Okay.
Where there've been a half of a Bitcoin.
Yes. Now, and it depends on what kind of price action they have for the week as to where they set up. So, for the purposes here, if you were going to buy it, you could buy it at 67.45 right now. Your loss potential would be if it goes down to 3,000. And as you can see, now you're buying it at $67.45. You have $3,745 in terms of Bitcoin prices to the bottom. But if it did that, you're only losing $374.5. So if you want to go dollar for dollar, 10 contracts, you have loss potential when buying it down to 3,000. You have profit potential when buying it up to 11, and vice versa. If you want to sell it, they just flip around. And what is nice when they kind of skew a little bit away in terms of if you're selling it right now, you have profit potential down to 3,000. Excuse me, you have risk up to 11,000, and for a risk reward in your favor, you're really selling it at pretty much market. I mean, check that out. You're selling it at $67.15, $6 away from the current indicative. Meanwhile, you have a risk reward in your favor, which is nice when it works out like that. We'll see. It's been a little bit of a tame couple weeks in cryptos in terms of, you know, we definitely haven't gotten a bid, but we also haven't had too substantial of a decline over that time. Kind of hanging around 7,000 seems to be the new norm for Bitcoin.
And I believe if we take a look at it, I think it's 57 something was that swing low.
Okay, I was just going to jump and see how Ethereum was doing in the same way, because if you remember, where's our February low, right? Is that our low? Yes, 565. So that was the 565 low in Ethereum, and we've been hanging.
The tokens were built on top of that. Yeah, a lot of them were.
We've been hanging under 500. These are weeklies for almost 2 weeks now, and at 391. So Bitcoin doing well in context compared to even some of the others, for sure.
Oh, and watch this. Let me see. This is XBT. This is really interesting, actually. And what it is, folks, is that you had George Soros came out about 2 months ago saying that you know, Bitcoin is a bubble, all of the above, and then guess what? It came out on Friday that his family office just gave
there you go.
traders
that's not it.
permission to trade it. To trade it, yeah.
We're past Friday now, for sure. Okay. We'll try and find it.
We'll find that, though. But I said, oh, look at this. This is, and, you know, as a trader, it would seem to make sense because it's coming down to where those lows are established.
Sure, yeah. I mean, who would, you know, in a market where you could only buy at one point, and it had just going from 2,000 to 20,000, he said, nobody touch this. You're crazy. You know, I'm not even going to let you. But now it does have more of a realm of being able to trade it with some realistic nature of profitability.
Well, and what I'm thinking is that if you get a big hedge fund like that, well, it's a private equity fund, actually, because it's only trading his money.
Yes.
They're doing fundamental research on that, too, as to, okay, what do these Bitcoins cost? That's what I'm figuring anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Say, okay, this is what the cost is, you know. We'll trade it out. We'll put so much into it. And, you know, it's intriguing, though. You know what I mean?
The tough part about that, and that's definitely one factor, is, and I'm sure they are, it's just like that almost doesn't matter either, though, right? Because guess what? What happens?
If they sell it, they sell it.
Yeah. In terms of if it becomes a worthless piece of paper on the internet, doesn't matter if it costs $7,000 to create. But it is a nice floor to have in your pocket in terms of some support. Definitely better than when it's at 20,000. Man.
Intense.
Yeah.
Intense. Yeah. Let's go take a look at the GDX. Okay, inside those gold shares. So GDX, you know, bottom line still in a consolidation. You know, you're backing down today. You get light volume on the back down. You're going into 77 million shares. So we're at 2190. You know, I doubt there's going to do 21 million shares out here today. It's going to be intriguing to watch this shaking out. The reason being is that you have the dollar once again gave it up, which is like, you know, it's hard for me to even comprehend. I'm bearish on the dollar, but and it had every shot, you know, this Thursday here, the 28th, it had every right to blow away that swing point. And what happens here is, look at that volume. The volume was 32,000. And what I've found is this, it's almost like a race, right? You know, you get a big marathon going, right? And you're running, and all of a sudden, what that market did there is that it did great, but it didn't get to the finish point, and it, like, died.
Okay.
And it's crazy when that happens, because it's like, man, you're only trying to do a dead cat bounce.
Okay.
So, and it gave it up on Friday. Bottom line, went up there, You know, Fridays in the metal market is always a dangerous market.
Sure.
And we made it. We made it by it. And it's pulling down today with volume. You get 14,000 contracts. So
yeah.
I think we're going to see some action inside that metals market this week, you know.
Yeah. I was just trying to see even with that. So that 28th was a Wednesday. I'm not sure what that aligns up to. Is that Fed?
It might have been the Fed. It was a big day for the dollar.
Sure.
Yeah, and it didn't make the swing, and it had the volume, it had the price spread, and then all of a sudden died on the vine once again.
So did you see any Masters this weekend?
I didn't.
No, I was tweeting you too. I was telling you, you're a busy man.
Yeah.
So congrats to Patrick Reed. He held a big lead going into Sunday as well, but the storyline that kind of took place was Jordan Spieth.
Right.
Came from 9 shots back to tie it at one point. Wow. And he ended up losing by 2 strokes, and he actually bogeyed 18 to miss the course record.
Really?
Yeah, he came in at a 64, and he had a shot to shoot a 63. Nobody's ever shot a 63 at the Masters, let alone on Sunday.
Wow.
And he had a bogey, unfortunately. And Ricky Fowler finished second. He had quite a run as well. 1 stroke, but 1 shot back. You just want to see some good drama, some good golf. And, you know, Patrick Reed didn't quite close it out with the round I'm sure he wanted, but, hey, he got it done and closed it out enough. 1 shot, that's all that matters.
You gotta love it.
It is.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 193. Nasdaq is up 89. S&Ps are up 20. Gold's up 70 cents. Silver's up 3 cents. Come right back, folks. Would you like exposure to the foreign currency markets without any downside risk to your principal? Then consider the Petro Currencies Market Safe CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD leverages the performance of 4 equally weighted currencies from these top oil-producing countries: Brazil, Canada, Mexico, and Russia. This CD features a 200% leverage factor, which means that your potential upside payment will be double the currency's average performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And if the returns are negative, your principal's 100% protected. Returns are based on CD performance with no correlation to the price of oil, and there is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. The April 19th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA FSB, member FDIC. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 236, Nasdaq up 24, Nasdaq up 101, S&P's up 24. So let's see what just gave this a little
bit of a bid in the market
little
over
blast.
that break.
Yeah. So it just. Yeah, we just went from 2620 to 2630, 10 S&P points.
Like nothing, man.
Like nothing. So we'll see how this gets into this, 2634. That's what it looks like. That's your next
right there.
That's your next swing up there.
I mean, it's pretty remarkable how these swings both ways in the market go in terms of there's 10 o'clock, which was the high on Friday, right?
Yep.
We're up at 2657, call it. We go all the way down to 2584. So excuse me, you're talking about like almost 80 S&P points, right? And then from there, that's really my point is that we're now up 47 S&P points.
Right.
I mean, that's like 2% swings in
Like
hours.
nothing.
It's only 10:30.
Right.
That was only 3 o'clock in the market. So we've actually had 2 hours of market action from that low. We're up 2% after being down 3%. And that, I mean, just back and forth. The battle's on.
And let's go into the NQs and take a look at the NQs.
That one's even more exacerbated in terms of the swings.
And, you know, one of the targets was saying that Larry Kudlow was going to be on the White House lawn talking. He couldn't save himself, couldn't save the market on Friday, too, so it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. Look at that.
I mean, that's the
NASDAQ is almost back to where it was.
The moves are bigger than in the NASDAQ as they come.
Yeah, so that's noon.
Well, the ones we were looking at though were 10 o'clock. Is that
right? No, I know that. No, I'm just saying we're at noon on Friday right now.
Right. Yeah. Okay. We're already back to that level. Let alone
Right.
But look at how far that run was. So call it, we're almost 6,600 on the dot. 65.99.25. Okay.
Yep.
So 6,600 on the dot. We trade down to, it's the low of that bar, 64.08, 192. NASDAQ 100 points, okay? And
$20 a point.
64.08, now down to 65.63. You're talking about 150 points back to the positive side. I mean, just mind-blowing, yeah.
And let's go look at the Qs. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll find out if any juice comes into them. You know, you went down with 59 million. You've done 8.7 right now. That's not bad. If we go inside the NDX, as to what's moving this, you get NetTease up 3.7%, BioMolins up 3.5%, Netflix 3.3%, Tesla 3%. Taken away from it, not big ones. Shire is down 0.7. You get American Airlines down 0.5%. That's
yeah.
Let me go look at Netflix.
It is tough to be down today, though, when the markets are rocking. As in, if your stock's down today after this type of a rebound, right?
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
No.
So you get Netflix, 547 million. It's going to need a lot more than that. Well, no, 8 hours. Yeah, you're still down at 4 million. You're down at 2.9 million. Amazon, let's see where Amazon's at.
Yeah, not bad. 1433.
Yeah, it's hanging tough up here.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon's a couple good days away from just being right back at those highs.
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to take much the way Amazon can move. One more announcement that they're going into some new industry that they're going to take over. Seriously, right?
Yeah.
Let's get it done.
Well, yeah. There's no two ways about it.
I joke, but that's the truth, man. It's,
yeah,
you know, it seems like every week there's an announcement that they're either merging or trying to get into another industry to take it on.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a big spread in your industry, folks, guess what? Bottom line is that you're going to be there.
Market up 275.
Let's go into that. There we go. INDU. Yeah. So we'll see. You're still in this consolidation. That's the real bottom line. So we'll see how long this can last. Let me go over to this DAX again. Question why they still gave it up. That's the DAX. The FTSE. Actually, let's look at this. I want to look at this actually on a weekly too. So on a weekly, your low out there from February is 12,003. We started out this morning. It hasn't been able to handle 12,322. That was the high of last week, so it can't handle that. The FTSE And the reason we're doing this, folks, both of these indices, they're major indices, number one, but both of these indices are the first ones to break the February lows. So February low on the DAX is a 7,073. This didn't even make the highs of last week. So we'll see where it shakes out. But what's intriguing here with these two is that look how far you're back. You're back October of 2016.
Sure.
That's what creeps up on markets in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you're going sideways. All of a sudden, you're back a year and a half, and you have volatility inside the marketplace.
Sure.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Sure.
Oil looks like it's catching a bid. CLM8. So let's see what we got with oil market out here. Yeah,
It would look so.
yeah, you're up $1.34. Now you don't have the juice behind this. You can see this is dying pretty much. We came down with, is that 313,000 contracts? You're up at 103, but that could do that today pretty easily, I think. Let me see what contract we're on here. That's the June contract. That's the active contract.
Yeah.
So the XLE, we take a look at the XLE. That's still struggling down at the bottoms. And we're out April. We're in April.
It is April, man.
Tax day's coming up, folks.
It is
April
coming up.
15th. April
I was just going to
15th.
jump over because we had the oil. Let me just take a look. Yes, I mean, that's quite a run. Check
Yeah.
that out. So that's Friday action. Quite a little U-shape, right? We got
Yeah.
Friday. Market opens 63.67. Come all the way down to below $62. Last night, we're sitting pretty much exactly at that level, which is interesting, and kind of trade across until this morning. And then quite a run we've gotten from even, call it 7:30 in the morning. We're trading at about 62.40, and from there we're up a solid dollar over the last 3 hours in oil. Yeah,
Wow.
quite a run.
Be nice to have an oil well right now.
It sure would, man. It would. And how about gold? A little volatility. Zooming in, right? That was this morning.
Yeah.
So you had the pre-market session. We're up there at about 13:36 overnight. It's about 1, 2 in the morning Eastern time. We trade lower until about 6:30, and then from there we got a little bit of a bid, about 13:37.
Yeah.
Gold.
So, inside the metals market, folks, my take is the action last week was pretty good. In the context that we had a down market, in a highly volatile market. Because what happens inside this metals market is many times people think that, okay, if the market's going to go downtown, you go into safe assets, meaning gold. There's no such thing.
That there'll be an inverse relationship.
Yeah, I haven't.
And sometimes it does.
Yeah.
I mean, there was, as some of those, when the market was going crazy last week, the gold contract had a pretty inverse relationship to the price of the market action. There did. But I know what you're saying, and I agree that sometimes the market tanks, the gold tanks.
Oh, it can take it with it. You know, 2007, 2008, we went from 1130 to 666 in 2 weeks. And everyone thought that the gold was going to go up. Well, everyone was broke.
Sure.
Yeah. No question, you know what I mean?
Right.
They throw everything out.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials right now up 282. Nasdaq's up 109. S&P's up 28. Coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is up 251. Nasdaq's up 108. S&Ps are up 26. And we got our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, coming up on April 11th.
Otherwise known as Wednesday. You got it, man. Practically 48 hours from tonight at 5 o'clock. I know, pretty quick. April 11th. Hopefully no more snow for Boston, man. Let's hope for them.
Did they get snow on the weekend, too?
They got snow on Friday. I know, Friday, my mom was texting me, I can't believe we got snow on Friday, and they might get like one more. And it's melting when it hits the cement because it's not cold enough. But that was the other thing. And talking with one of our customers on Friday as well, he's saying the snow's going to go away, but it's 28 degrees. Like, how about that? As in, you know, it's just cold anyways.
Well, you know what's so cool is that my cousin John and his wife, they came down this weekend, and we were doing some business together, and they were coming out of Connecticut.
Okay.
Right? And it was 23 degrees, and it was going to 30, and it was snowing, and then they landed in Tampa, and it was 76 degrees and gorgeous out.
Gotta love it. No, it's a beautiful weekend.
And from there, it's only 2.5 hours.
No, I know.
Oh, they got to burn. They went out. They went out.
I bet. This is a different world in terms of sun.
They went out Saturday, and you know we had a good cloud cover here, folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got to burn.
I wear suntan lotion when I go out for walks. I mean, the sun's intense down here.
Yeah.
So April 11th, Wednesday, Steve Rhodes going to be in there with subscribers to Mastering Probability. The 5 reasons traders and investors fail to stop a bear market, spot a bear market. So he'll be in there with his subscribers 5 o'clock Wednesday for an hour-long workshop. How to spot the next bear market, how to identify important price bottoms, and then for tops and for bottoms, and for any instrument and any time frame, just using the same strategies that he's looking at in terms of what's a top, what's a bottom, what time frame are you looking at. Now, if you're already subscribed to Mastering Probability, you get access completely free. It'll be on your members page. You'll sign into the room Wednesday at 5 o'clock. If you're not, great time to sign up. 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers. And then what's also awesome in here is that you get a bunch of workshops that Steve has put together in the past, right, when you sign up. So you sign up, and automatically these are right on your members page.
Yeah.
So Steve is going over with me. I know you did the Friday morning program with him, which was great. I got to check out. Go ahead.
No, in these workshops, folks, the ones that you basically get, and Steve's done them before, that you get it, they're important workshops.
They're great. No, he has a ton of them. Like, he chose these three. I mean, he probably has literally 40 or 50 archives, because he was doing once every 2 weeks at a while. Right. And these are the ones that he really wanted people to have. Go ahead, you know.
You get the money management one.
Yes. That one applies for everything, right?
That's
in terms
right.
of money management, he talks about it.
You know, the long shot line that every trader needs to know. That's the oscillator unchanged.
Yep.
And the next one, the trading range, is a monster, folks. Because what happens is that trading ranges always change.
Yes.
And these we're in a much larger trading range right now.
No, they're all great. I mean, like I said, he chose them because they're the most worthwhile. They're the most kind of pertinent to what's going on right now. So these are each 60-minute workshops. So the long short line, every trader needs to know the oscillator unchanged line, the 60-minute workshop trading range boundary lines, hidden support and resistance, and then the ultimate reversal patterns, 60-minute workshop, and then the money management, which he kind of goes in, which is not so much as the, you know, identifying patterns, but using those, and then the money management. So all 4 of those workshops, 3 of which, these have been done fairly recently, all of these.
Yes.
This is something Steve has put together for many years because it applies to everything since he began his newsletter.
Right.
But you get all these, and then you get the workshop coming Wednesday. You get the archive of that, and you know what? The real value there is that you get his newsletter as well. You get it every single day. And then congrats to Steve as well. It's a great time to do it. Named #1 timer by Timers Digest. We couldn't even fit all the rankings on this page.
That's awesome, man.
We couldn't. Now this is the main one that goes to the yearly.
Right.
Steve's at the top. They also have the 6-month ranking. He's at the top of that, and the 3-month.
Exactly.
And then you have the gold one as well. We couldn't fit it all on the page, so we sent
cool.
yeah, it is. So Wednesday night, check it out. Get in there right now because you get access to the archives, you get access to those workshops.
Start studying.
You start studying. Kick it off right. Totally.
I love it.
And then how about, so there was that, so we were looking at it during one of the breaks. So Jordan Spieth, and well, you know, we should be focused on Reed. Congrats to him, but quite a round, man. So this was, I mean, talk about, this is the round 4 that he put together, which was almost, so you had birdie, 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 and then unfortunately bogey on 18 to miss the course record. It's almost like insane.
If he had got a par, it would have been a
63. No one's ever shot 63. 9 under. Still 8 under.
You know, and you know what I mentioned to you a little bit earlier. My cousin John, that he was watching this in between us doing some business, and what he was saying is that, you know, these young golfers are so amazing because, like, even when Palmer played and Nicklaus played, they weren't shooting 14 under at the Masters, and that course, the course is the course.
Right? No, it is. It is. And
it's pretty intense.
No, things do change occasionally. You know, there was a tree taken out a while back. I forget the big one. They had to. It is dying.
That's right.
Things change, and they can decide where they want to put the holes into a hole placement on the greens changes a little. But yeah, no matter what, the course is the course. But technology changes too. You get the clubs. You know, these guys can drive at 360, 370, and you just couldn't do that with the technology of the clubs back then.
Right.
You know, you literally had woods for your woods. They were wood, let alone you know carbon graphite, whatever it is these days. But yeah, still remarkable, cool finish.
And the Bruins lost.
Did they?
That puts Tampa in #1. So check this. We have a yin and yang down here, folks. We love the Lightning too. The Lightning is great. This is a great hockey town.
It is.
You live right next to it. Like you're there a lot.
No, it's a cool. It's a cool hockey town for sure.
Yeah, but I woke up this morning. They had to beat the Panthers, and they lost 4-2. The Bruins.
Is that what? Okay, I had stopped keeping track just because it was a tight battle, and they were back and forth.
Yeah.
And I know the playoffs are set now. They begin for the Lightning, I believe, Thursday night.
Yeah.
I know
now they have home advantage.
Okay, we're playing the Devils, I believe, Jersey.
And Tampa won the division.
No, that's good.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah,
I know. So.
It's nice.
Watch how this thing shakes out.
Always nice, hockey playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
They stretch for a while, man, hockey playoffs. They
that
go for
blows
like
my mind.
2 to 3 months.
I know, man.
Baseball does, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they do.
Wow.
It's nice when, you know, for those leagues, they really capitalize on that in terms you get to have 7-game series, 7-game series.
Right.
And you get days in between, so every round can take like a couple weeks. And
so
by the time you get to the finals, I mean, geez, we're at the beginning of April. By the time you get to the Stanley Cup Finals, we're in like late May, right?
Right.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. Gonna be a wild one watching this baby shake out. The Mike, let's see. Let's go back over to those S&Ps again. Let's see.
It's not stopping.
No, it's that.
Market's going to be up 600 by the time Steve Rhodes comes on the air and he can talk to us how to spot that bear market again for the reversal.
Yeah. So you go right up to the level that we're at, where this basically. Now, see, this is kind of cool. Intraday, folks. This would be a classic Wyckoff jump in the creek. You know, and what jumping the creek means is that you've consolidated out for a while, and then all of a sudden you take a leg down. And this is right where we're at. And so he was always saying that markets love to go back to the creek, and the real question is it going to make it or not?
Okay.
You know, and so you know the analogy he uses, the way he got the creek is that he evidently lived in a really cold climate, right? So what ended up happening is that the creek would get all iced.
Sure.
Okay. So the real question is that. Is it ice or is it water? Can you make it or not make it? Isn't that kind of wild? I mean, it's just funny how he actually came up with
Real
that
life,
deal.
yeah.
I mean, it was New York. That's where he's from. But, you know, sometimes when I used to read that, I'd say, okay, was it upstate New York and where it gets really cold?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Buffalo, New York?
Exactly. Exactly. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 266, Nasdaq up 112, S&Ps are up 28. Come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
There are 5 reasons traders and investors fail to spot bear markets. It's a set of 5 very specific patterns that have preceded every bear market during the last 130 years. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and the #1 market timer in the nation as ranked by Timers Digest for the S&P 500 for the last 3, 6, and 12 months. You see, timing is everything. And on Wednesday, April 11th at 5 p.m., I'm going to share with subscribers exactly how to time the next bear market. Look, the last 3 bears averaged a decline of 49%, which means you've got to earn 82% just to make your money back. Wouldn't it be easier to avoid the next bear market altogether? Sure, countless experts tell you that markets can't be timed, but what they're really saying is that they can't time the markets. So let me teach you how. Sign up for Mastering Probability by coming to the homepage of TFNN.com to begin your 30-day money-back guarantee trial membership and learn the exact tools that I use to time the markets. And if you can't attend live, don't worry, because the workshop will be archived on your members page for the next 30 days. Don't let that next bear market eat your porridge. Sign up today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 277, Nasdaq's up 115, S&Ps are up almost 30. Percentage-wise, when we started the program, we had the Dow up, what, 0.5%. It's up 1.1.
Yeah.
Nasdaq is up 1.6. S&Ps are up 1.
At one point, the Dow was up It was 200, then it was 150. Now it's
Yeah.
up 270.
Right,
So you're
right.
talking about 120 points just even from about 10:15, 10:30.
Right. So we know. Well, we don't
Boeing, what's
know
Boeing doing?
exactly.
No, it's not up there
Let's
today.
go
Okay.
inside it. And it's still there.
It is.
Look at that. It's not on the
It's not
percentages,
percentage,
but
but it'll
point
always
wise.
be, yeah.
So point wise, Boeing's putting 24 positive points, 3M 23, Apple 23, Goldman 20. Taken away from it is you get Procter down 3.
Practically nothing.
Yeah. Verizon.
And I was just going to point out, so Merck, I think they had one of, whoops, what did I do? I did something.
That's all right. You can still
They
hit
had one
Merck.
of their drugs get some type of good approval.
Okay.
Because that's a huge move for
Right.
a $53 stock up $2. Talking about almost
Yep.
4% move.
Right.
But only putting $13, 13 points, excuse me.
Okay.
Versus, Boeing, you have up less than practically 1% and putting 24 points. You have Merck up almost 4%, putting the same amount.
And look at, Boeing's still in trouble. I mean, Boeing's it's consolidating down, at these levels that were out there on the 6th and 5th and 9th of February. We bring that baby across. It's still in, basically no man's land. So
what's intriguing, hanging out here over the market too, you had that unfortunate situation right in Syria with those
big
chemical
time.
attacks.
Right.
And you have President Trump tweeting, and it's definitely in the realistic nature as to if missiles start to fly again. They flew
Right.
a year ago when
Right.
the same thing happened,
Right.
and just how that might hit the market if it does. No fear yet in that market, but we'll see.
stay right there, folks. We got swim lessons coming up next. And, of course, then we get our members, the Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, man.
Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. Dow is up 263. NASDAQ up 109. S&P's up 27. Stay right there, folks. Swim lessons coming right up.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.